We now know that the WHO is going to be allowed into China. Just walk us through what they're going to be looking for as they study just how this outbreak has managed to spread so quickly.
That's right, Zane. This is an advanced team that they have coming here. We believe have arrived already, and they're going to be meeting with some of the Chinese scientists, and collectively they're going to look for some of the transmission routes of this disease, try to better understand what quarantine is actually effective, and then looking at the containment effort as a whole to see if some of the extremes that we've already experienced here in China, for example, are actually having an impact that's positive. But beyond that, we know that President Xi Jinping himself is what's really standing out here, and that's because of his making a public appearance for the first time in really several days. I mean, we've been monitoring this, and the question was even posed, well, where is President Xi throughout this? He had made one appearance back 5 days ago or so, and that was really unrelated to this crisis. He made quick reference to it, but it wasn't what many believed would have been a really powerful presence on the front line, so to speak. Well, today, that was the case, and you just have to go through some of the state media, and you'll see it over and over. Certainly an image that they're trying to get out there. President Xi, like pretty much everyone else in this country, wearing a face mask when outside, going to a local community, going to a hospital, going to a disease control center, and pushing hard that the medical teams need to have the resources to fight this and to stop the spread. But what we've also realized in his disappearance, if you will, for the time that we didn't see him, and the moments that are now coming into question, is perhaps state media's efforts to really try to buffer him from some of the negative headlines. And we know that's been something that's been really concerning to them, because we've seen a shift in how state media has been portraying this story. You got to remember, early on, this was criticism towards the local government, the city of Wuhan, Hubei province. This was not necessarily attacking the higher levels. However, when the central government stepped in and President Xi himself took over deployment and coordination, we know that that changed things in many ways. And that made it so that President Xi could move forward in perhaps having that distance between himself and some of these negative headlines. And so now that's something that state media seems to be pushing more and more, Zane.